Limkokwing today. Today we will be interviewing a leader from Limkokwing University. He is a writer, rugby player, despite still being a student. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
My name is Shane. I am a writer and a student at Limkokwing University of Creative Technology. I'm currently studying in the field of cloud computing technology. Furthermore, I'm a former captain for a rugby team. I've led our team to win 1 gold medal and 1 bronze medal in the under 18 and under 17 categories respectively. Yeah.
What have you accomplished in life or career?
In my life, I've accomplished a bunch of things, but I'd say the most noteworthy things I've accomplished was my rugby tournaments. It was special for me personally because our team were not the best team. We were scrawny, we were small, and our opponents were huge. We needed to work as a team, and I, as their captain, had to strategize like crazy in order to win. Furthermore, as a freelance writer, I've also written a bunch of articles, and right now I'm in the process of writing 2 books. The first book is underway, and the second book is pending approval. Furthermore, yeah, actually that's it for now.
Yeah, that's right. Have there been any setbacks? Leader.
Well, I'd consider myself a leader because I know how to make a team work properly and cooperate. I'd use my rugby team as an example. As I said before, we were scrawny. 3 years ago, when I was 18, I was 20 kilos lighter than I am now. Can you imagine someone like that captaining a rugby team? No, it was difficult for me. But still, we won a gold medal. You'd wonder how, but generally it was all down to strategizing. And as their captain, I had to lead the entire team to victory. All the strategies, the left back, the quarterback and everything, they had to be in perfect harmony with the entire team. That was one thing we had that the enemy team didn't. And fortunately for me, I could lead them to do exactly what we needed to do. As a leader of a book club, I've also helped our entire team and my entire club write several articles and short stories, several of which have been published. These articles have made some money, fortunately, and this has also inspired me to write my own book. As I said before, it's in the process of being written, but I consider myself a leader because of that.
Did anyone help you to accomplish your goal?
Yes, definitely. What good is a leader without his team, right? For example, in my book club, there were a lot of us with social anxiety and issues with even writing in general. That's particularly difficult because it was a book club after all. I started by getting everyone to write short poems, and we escalated from there. From there, we wrote several short stories, and our whole team just worked in unison to write one big story, which was fortunately published and made some money. As a captain of a rugby team again, my team was very important to me, and I'd say without my team I couldn't have obviously succeeded. All of us had to work in unison and cooperate properly in order to win those medals, even with those unbelievable odds, you know.
How did you handle obstacles thrown at you?
Personally, I think obstacles come in many shapes and forms. For me personally, it came in the form of anxiety and social pressure, or peer pressure as I'd call it. I think every person has their own way of handling stress, but for me it came in the form of meditating. Now I don't mean meditating in the sense that I cross my legs and go om or something like that. No, it's just relaxing. You know, recollect your thoughts and plan out what you want to do step by step. Set a process where you can and will follow. Furthermore, I think we should celebrate every victory we ever accomplish, no matter how big or small, as if they were acts of valor. Over time, you'd see these accomplishments accumulate, and well, you'd see every accomplishment you've ever done on the table in front of you like that, and you'd see just how far you've come, you know. Yeah, I think that's a really good way for me alone to move forward.
Have you encountered any failures? How did you deal with them?
I've encountered failures everywhere. As a leader, you can't say you've led your team without first encountering any setbacks. I think failure is just a stepping stone to success. And for example, in my rugby team, I lost many, many times before. Our team, as I said, was weak. We were really, really weak. It took a lot of captaining in order to get our team to where they were. Even in our book club, most of us didn't know how to even write poems properly. There were grammar errors, there were paraphrasing, and all of those paraphrasings were basically just downright copying. They were all just wrong. But I'd say without those failures in the first place, we wouldn't know what to do right. I'd say in order for us to succeed, we need to first fail. And I think no good leader can become a leader without failing first.
What leadership quality would you say you possess?
I'd say the most outstanding one I possess would be aggressiveness. As a leader, I had to push my team forward many times, and though there were many in my team who were outstanding, there were many who were lazy and just did not want to come to practice or the club at all. Now, I didn't give up on them because that's not what a leader does. I had to force them even to come to class. I had to scold them. I had to even make small threats at times. But in the end, everything turned out well. So I'd say that the leadership quality I possess the most prominently would be aggressiveness. Next, I'd say cooperation. You know, I know how to make my team move to the way I want them to. I'd say that they wouldn't be able to move properly without my guidance, and I'd say that every person in the team would have to work together in order to succeed. But as I said before, there were many in my team who were just not useful. I had to use such qualities such as teamwork and aggressiveness to get them to be of use to the team, despite how useless they might have seemed.
Who is your role model? How he or she inspire you to become the person you are today?
Well, I'd say I have two role models. One I've been following since I grew up because I was part of a dojo in a martial arts class. Bruce Lee. First and foremost, I'd say Bruce Lee. As you know, he was a very, very small man. He was weighing in at 157 pounds, if I'm not mistaken. And he was very, very strong. His most famous quote that I remember would be, "It is not the man I fear who practiced 1,000 kicks. It is the man who practiced one kick 1,000 times." That speaks to me of persistence more than anything. I'd say that a person should never give up in anything they do, and you know, despite the failures and everything. My second role model would be Elon Musk, not just because he likes anime and everything. You know, he's encountered more failures than anyone I know. His first company, PayPal, kicked him out despite him founding the company. He's now a billionaire who has multiple companies, SpaceX, Tesla, and so on. And he is upon one of the best role models I could ever think of. He has inspired me in so many ways, but most of all, he told me to never give up. Despite how bleak things might look, you should never ever give up.
If you could give one message to your younger self for the benefit of your future, what would you say?
Yeah, I'd say to never give up, obviously. As a kid, I would give up on everything I picked up on. I picked up the piano, I gave up in a week. I picked up the guitar, I gave up in a month. But if I could go back in time right now and tell my younger self something, I'd tell him to persevere, you know. When I started writing, I just wrote for a bit and I stopped. I couldn't write more than 300 words. But I think, but what pushed me on to continue writing was my role models, obviously. And I'd say without them, I wouldn't be where I am today. So I think if I could have applied that logic to everything I did, such as writing, such as my guitar, my piano, my martial arts, everything, I would be so much more well-groomed than I am today.
What advice do you have for aspiring leaders?
Well, I'd say first and foremost, a leader cannot be passive. Most definitely, they cannot be passive. So personally, I'd say if you are an introvert yourself, be aggressive. You need to know how to make your team bend to your will, no matter the costs, because a team will not have one type of people, one type of person. There would be introverts, extroverts, even people who don't show up at all. You need to be aggressive. You need to know how to get them to do what you want, you know. Don't let them change your opinion, your ideas, but let them influence your opinion. Don't shoot down their ideas and listen to their opinion. And I think personally the best thing they can do would be to cooperate well with their team. Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Shane, for coming to our interview today. Have a good day.
Thank you very much for having me. I appreciate your time.